Hi, this is Michael Bianconi from Southern Fire Guitars, and last year in 2020 I posted a video about a cigar box that I bought and had delivered here, which I called the Holy Grail. Here's a little bit of that video. Hi, this is Michael from Southern Fire Guitar, and why am I smiling and doing a little dance? Because today I'm receiving a package in the mail. What's in that package? It could be the 2020 Holy Grail of cigar boxes. Where is that mailman? Where is that mailman? Where is that mailman? Where is that mailman? I just received an email. There's been a package delivered. Well, I'm very excited. Let's go get the package. Okay, we're walking up to the gate. I can actually see the box. Cool. This is a pretty good sized box. There's actually just one cigar box in here. I'm excited. Let's go open it up. Now, I've seen this box in pictures, but I've never seen one in real life, so I'm real excited. Let's get to it. Now, this is the box it comes in right here. Very excited. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, look at that. It's a Camacho 2020 Liberty box, and it says Live Loud. Oh my gosh, and they're numbered too. There's only so many that were made. This is number 2629. Wow. Can you see that? Can you see the graphics on that? That is absolutely beautiful. Now, after staring at that box in my shop for about a year, I've decided it's time to make a cigar box guitar out of that Liberty box. Now, with a box like this, you have to do very careful planning of the build of your guitar. From the very start to the finish of your guitar everything has to be planned before you cut and drill and do anything to that box, because there are no do-overs on a box like this. Now, when you spend that much for a box, you want to make sure it's perfect before you put a drill to it or a saw. It's scary. Now, I looked up the information on that particular cigar box with the cigars in it, and I found that that box with cigars is about $329. It varies around that price depending on what site you're looking at. So, because I don't smoke them, I just like to play with the box. If I mess up this box, I'm not going to spend that much money just to get another one, if you know what I mean. Because that box is very, very hard to find. So I would imagine the people that are buying these boxes for $329 because they smoke cigars are not giving them up. They are keeping their box. Now, here's where I'm at so far with the box. I've got it taped off with the center line on both sides, and I did cut my neck slot right there, and I did put the blocks on the inside. So this is what I've done so far. Now, this inner lining, I'm going to keep it because it keeps the box lid on straight, but I did cut a little bit of it out here, and I'll tell you why in a second. And I cut a little bit out here to put this block in here, which will hold my tailpiece. The reason I cut this piece out right here is because I'm putting 3 sound holes right here in the top of the box, or on the side of the box that will face the player, and that's where I'm at so far. I do have the neck started right here. I was going to go with an oak neck with the maple and walnut heel, but I decided to change that and just do maple neck, maple and walnut heel. So that's the neck right there. It will have a walnut fretboard. I haven't done any carving or shaping on it yet. This is the neck for the Liberty guitar. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a 1/2 inch round over bit on my router, and I'm going to run it from here to here to round over the neck on both sides. I'm going to take the neck and I'm going to clamp it here to the end of this work table, just like this. Now these necks, I like to use the router or the round over bit by clamping it to the table instead of using the router table. This way I can control the router instead of trying to control the neck on the router table. So I like to do it this way. That's just me. You can do it any way you want. And here we go. This may get noisy. One side, flip it over, and do the other side. Here's what it looks like after the 1/2 inch round over bit. And you can see right here the wood's kind of burnt. Sometimes if the router blade's not super sharp or it sits there and when it's bought too long, it'll leave a little burn mark right there. But I'm going to take care of all that with the orbital sander when I clean all this up. Well, here's where I'm at right now with the neck for the Liberty box. I have sanded all this down really nice and smooth, first with the orbital sander and then with some 220 grit sandpaper. Looks really nice. And I also added the walnut fretboard, and this will be on a 25-inch scale. I have the fret slots cut right there, and it is coming along. Well, between building this guitar, I also had to reconfigure the chicken coop, because I don't know if you remember seeing it, but the chicken coop was kind of an open little pen, and I brought the new 7 chickens out here. We came out of the house the other day, and a hawk flew out of the pen and killed one of our chickens. So now I have completely enclosed the pen with chicken wire on the top, bottom, sides, and everything to keep them safe from the hawks. Well, I've added the sound holes to the side of the box, which will be this way. If you're playing it, the sound holes will be facing up to the player. And let me show you now how the neck fits inside the box. I also put the hole in the back for the output jack right here. We'll have a jack plate on it. And let's see how the neck is going to fit in the box. So the neck's going to fit in just like this on top of these 2 black blocks, just like that. It will be attached from the top, bolts here and here, and the lid will fit on like this, and that is how it's going to look. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add fret dot markers on the 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, and 15th fret. And because we have a maple neck and a walnut fretboard, I'm going to make the dot markers out of maple. I'm going to go ahead and mark this fretboard for the position markers, and we're going to drill some holes. I just added the maple dot markers right there. Oh my God, I put one in the wrong place. Just kidding. But I have done that before. That's a mess. Anyway, I put all the dot markers in here, just glued, and I put the plastic side dot markers. Now all I'm going to do now is just let it dry, cut them off, and sand it down. This is the finished neck for the Liberty box right here. It's going to have black closed gear tuners. Came out beautiful. Now let me show you this awesome tailpiece that I built just for this guitar. Now this tailpiece took me a while to design and get it perfectly modified for the Liberty box. It's made from a spatula, or some may call a hamburger flipper, and it came out really nice. Here it is right here, and I don't know if you could see the texture of the hammered metal. You see that? And I also have a matching jack plate, the same. I think these two pieces right here are going to give this guitar a really nice touch. Here's what the tailpiece and jack plate will look like once it's on the guitar. I think it's going to come out really, really nice. I will also have a ground wire coming through the box right under the plate, about right here, to ground the strings, because there is going to be a humbucker pickup on this guitar. A humbucker pickup, you say, huh? How are you going to do that without defacing the beautiful graphics and beauty of this box lid? Well, for that, you just may have to stick around. That alone is worth the cost of admission, even though this video is free. Now the pickup I'll be using in this guitar is this flat pickup right here I got from MGB Guitars, and it's called the Lucky 13. Now I checked this pickup with my multimeter and it read about 13.83 ohms right here, which is pretty good for a humbucker pickup. I think this is going to work great as a ghost pickup, which means when it's mounted underneath the box lid, when the box is closed, you can't see it. Just like a ghost. Now let me show you what I've got planned to mount this pickup. Now I have attached the neck to the box with those 4 screws right there, and because this pickup is fairly thick right there, what I did was I notched out the neck a little bit for the pickup. Now I also wanted to get the pickup as close to the strings as I possibly could and still have it underneath the box lid. What I also have done, which made me a little nervous, was I took a router and I took out in here about 1/8 of an inch. And I was very scared I was going to go through, so I planned it very carefully and took my time and just took out about 1/8 of an inch there. So now what the pickup is going to sit here, but actually I'm going to mount it underneath the box lid like that. And then so when the box is closed, it'll be about right here, just like that. Awesome. So I'm going to mount that pickup, wire it all up, and I'll show you how it looks. I got the pickup and everything wired up and it's ready to be buttoned up, but first let me show you the inside. I have the pickup mounted right here on the inside of the box. I have the wires running over here to the potentiometer right there, and then the wires running in here to the output jack right here, and then this ground wire is going from the ground of on the output jack through this little hole here that's going through the box and underneath this tailpiece right here at the bottom. I don't have that completely tightened up yet. I will do that once the box lid is on, and this will ground my strings so I don't get any humming and buzzing. Looks good. I think it's time to button it up. The 2020 Camacho Liberty cigar box guitar, which I'm naming the Holy Grail of cigar box guitars, is finally finished. And I'm going to show it to you right now with a flyby. I know what some of you are thinking, wow, sure is pretty, but what does it sound like? I got this guitar tuned to an open E, and that's E, B, E. And let's try it acoustically first to see how it sounds. Now let's try it plugged in. I'm going through this Vox Valvetronics amp right here, and I'm using these cordless receiver and transmitters. And let's see how this pickup sounds underneath the lid. Now let's try it with the slide. Well, I'm really impressed with the pickup under the lid, the ghosting pickup. It's picking up really, really well. I'm very pleased with it. Well, I think this guitar came out beautiful and sounds amazing. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. From the Jam Cave, my name's Michael, and I'll see you in the next one.
When the rain starts a falling, it's gonna rain all night long.